Hey, what's going on, everybody? School is back in. Streets feel a little bit more quiet, which is fine with me. But it's your boy, because I'm a Fury. Or you can call me Uncle Fury because I hit the big 45 this past weekend. And it feels no different from being 44, to be honest with you. I'm going to cam up in a second, y'all. Uh, uh, yeah. All right. I'm going to sound like I'm about to freestyle or whatever. All right, y'all. All right, so here we go. And I will be there for you in 1 second. And there I go. All right, word. So, what's really good, everybody? It's Fury. And Uncle Fury got some shit to get off his chest. Sad enough, people have actually constantly talked about escapism. And you know why I find escapism so stupid? And why I have no sympathy for a lot of these anti SJWs, anti woke people? Because you can't escape shit. I can't escape shit. I don't want to escape shit. Because the moment you escape shit, you just run away and problems get bigger. That's what I feel about escapism. I know people who get on a plane and travel all the time. They come back, they got more bills to pay. And they working twice as harder to make up for the time they got, but because they can't handle shit in the here and now. Let me just make sure y'all can hear me as I go off on a damn tangent. That's what I feel about escapism. I know people. All right, good. Y'all can hear me. Good. So I can continue on. All right. So while I'm talking about the word escapism, is this whole bullshit thing about Starfield, a game that I've been waiting to play just to see. Maybe it'd be the first Bethesda game I give a damn chance. See, when Microsoft acquired Bethesda, I didn't really give it. Oh my god, because I'm not a big Bethesda fan. But let's see if that can change. Especially because this deals more with it's a Western RPG that deals more with being a first person shooter, which is something I'm attracted to. All right. So there we go. This whole thing about escapism kills me. We had somebody called Hills versus Babyface have a Englishman have a complete fucking meltdown over the whole pronouns option that's only at the character creation screen. And he started crying about escapism. Let's see if we can find this bullshit actually. Hills versus Babyface. Hey, what's going on? Hey, oh, sorry, I gotta work on everything and work on getting the comments to come back up here. Right now, I'm gonna rely on my phone. So I'm gonna go to my computer. Let's go, and let's go to green screen. Let's see, browser green screen. All right. Oh yeah, this whole thing. There's a lot of things here, and look who come up. Melanie Mack. She's one of the people that I have a problem with because of her grifting ways, and she talks a lot of hypocrisy. How like you the Bible this and all this other stuff. She's divorced for a fucking reason. All right. So anyway, let's go to this. Let's go to Hills. See, it's already there. They done made fun of him already. This is a grown man. Oh, we gonna get to this one right here. We gonna get to Tyrone Magnus. Oh God. See, this is the bullshit we deal with. Well, I deal with. and of course, Yellow Flash. Look, this is all the anti SJW people are gonna run with this because they make content for people who actually live and breathe this shit. This shit ain't healthy for you, honestly, to be living and breathing this about pronouns. I'm as straight as a fucking arrow. Like I said in my video, you think this at home is gonna bother me? See, I wouldn't even realize there was the she, her, him, her, they, them. I wouldn't even realize that was in there until motherfuckers like this make shit like this because they take one thing they don't like and make it seems like it's going to affect the whole game just for clicks and views. It's so fucking stupid. And then we got these people. All right, anyway, let's get into it, man. Oh no, I didn't mean to hide that. I'm sorry. Sorry, yo. I didn't mean to hide that, Chris. It was my birthday Saturday. I didn't mean that on that. Let me try to fix that thing with the last comment, man. I hit the wrong button. Damn it. I didn't mean that. But yeah, you can post what you want. I got to take that filter off. My bad, Chris. So yeah, it was my birthday Saturday. All right. So look at this whole situation with let's see if somebody can get a good enough video. I just want the video of him melting down. Maybe this is it right here.
I just want to say something to you, Bethesda. Just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself. Think, oh my god, just think of this world. Just think of all the planets I can visit, all the immersive things that I can.
So, and before we let him finish on, he's basically saying this is ruining his world because it's on the character creation screen, which he probably won't mention. But let's just keep going.
Get involved with all the fights, all the relationships, all the people I meet, all the places I go. I'm so excited to go there. And you know, I love nothing more than, with all of that laid out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us.
Wait a minute, I only watched it once. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't you notice that the least oppressed people in the world do the most complaining about being oppressed by a demographic that's not even double digits in the United States? Well, where I'm from. Yeah, in the United States. It's not even double digits here. And and I bet that it's not nowhere close to it because where he's from in sunny old England is a smaller population. Yeah, I said it like that to be sarcastic. It's a less population. Fuck out of here. And he's complaining about it. Oh god. Let's you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns!
Wait, hold on again. Let's do that again. Because
Pronouns! Nouns! Fucking pronouns! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Because that's all we fucking know!
Oh,
we're boring! We're so fucking boring! We can't see past
I'm sorry.
our own
Now I'm forcing
reflection.
myself. Let me stop.
That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company.
It was funny for a few seconds. This shit ain't funny. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not funny like, oh my god, I'm forcing myself to laugh. But when I think about just how pathetic it is, that's what makes me laugh. I don't see anything in this comical. He's pathetic. This whole meltdown is fucking pathetic. Let's just go.
Fuck your immersion. Fuck you having a good time. Fuck you falling into a world and just getting lost. No, no, no. Current fucking day. Fuck off. You're boring. You're fucking dull. You have nothing to say. You are a one hived mind twat. What?
So, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold up 1 second. This one thing makes the whole game bad. I didn't even play the fucking game yet, man. You can't be this fucking delusional. You can't be this fucking fragile. And I don't mean to offend any of my subscribers who may be Caucasian, but is this your king? Is this your king? This bastard right here. You don't understand. I can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna need to escape the real world. The real world is hard, okay? I don't play games to escape them. I play games because I want to have fucking fun. All right? And if you're playing a game where there's characters who are simulated to look human and act as such, sorry, it's the soda. Why you bent out of shape that they get to have features that are more akin to how humans live today in the real world? If you want fantastical characters who don't touch this kind of stuff, maybe you should go play the Lion King. Play as Simba or somebody for the Sega Genesis. That's a tough game. You want a challenge? Go ahead, play that fucking game. Like I said, it's always the ones who are the least affected by systemic shit in real world that cry the hardest. You've been in that bubble so fucking airtight that this shit is blowing your mind over pronouns. Like I said in my video that I made yesterday, that had him in the thumbnail, Young Ripper 59, what's the chick name? It's something Infinity. She's in it too. And the quartering. And then you can add Melanie Mac, you can add Yellow Flash, Geeks and Gamers, all these fucking hate mongers. And I call them that not because they may be like that in real life, but you are making this fucking material for people who truly got pure hate in their system. You making fuel for them. You validating their bullshit. That's why people call you fucking grifters. Like I'm saying, I don't get to choose how I was born, but I ran with it and I have it no other way. I am who I am. But you saying shit like me that look like me is woke? That's what woke is now. Woke was always something black people said to other black people, like, yo, stay woke. That means stay wise, stay aware of the bullshit. That's simply what it meant. That's what it always meant. Stay wise, stay aware to the bullshit. That's what it always went. But somehow, people like this son of a bitch and the people on name like the Quartering Yellow Flesh turned it into anything they don't like, which is predominantly black, seconded by maybe transgender people. And that's what bothers me the most. Woke is one of the most anti-black words I've ever heard used. When they use it, it's one of the most anti-black. And it's not because they using it and black people want to take ownership of the word. Use the fucking word right. Use the word right. The fuck out of here, man. Let me check on the comment section. You said first said it is pathetic. He's a fucking grown man, which is true. You're gonna see a lot of grown men on here act the way like all of them are grown men and women. He said he needs to quit worrying about people's pronouns and try some fit cardio to schedule. he'll have less time to bitch about dumb shit than yeah. That is true, bro. You are absolute. So anyway, let's try to get through this shit. Then I'm gonna show you some other stuff.
Awful. That's all you fucking are. And you wonder why people are getting so fucking sick and tired. You take everything we love, all our emotions, all our fantasies, all our escapism, and you just can't help.
See? I'm glad he said the word escapism again. This is a problem that I have with Tyrone Magnus, which I will get into later. But Tyrone Magnus started using code speak in his videos, saying, you know, I don't know, but this video seems to be ruining people upset because it's ruining their escapism. Escapism is code speak for white people who are upset. And he wants subs so badly, he will forsake his own racial identity to get subs. That's how pathetic being a YouTuber has become for some people. See, shout out to people like Corey X Kenshin that make content that actually a lot of people like, and he don't be like, okay, this is woke and this is woke, blah 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 blah, this that, and he got 17 million subs, and for a black man to get that on YouTube, and he does not. I don't see nothing wrong with it, not with anything he do really. Did he do this shit to get to where he was at? Hell no. That's my problem. All right, so
Shovel your dog shit, fucking crap ideology into everything, every single solitary fucking thing.
hold up, man. Hold up. See, I'm an emergency services worker. I deal with people who are transgender every day. And my thing is, because I'm trying to help save your life, or I'm trying to help you get to the hospital in one piece because you're not feeling well, and I want you to feel like, okay, because this is my job. This is my job. We just fired people for having bad reputations and having a bad rapport with customers. I mean, with patients. Well, they are customers. But you get what I'm saying. Having bad rapport with patients and not treating them kindly. I'm at work. Look, I don't get down with that. I don't believe in that ain't my lifestyle. I don't practice alternative lifestyle. That's not me. But I have relatives who do. I grew the fuck up a long time ago. I'm sorry if a game just like something in the game makes you show how truly hateful you are as a person. And I hate that some people pretend to be offended by stuff to get the subscriptions from people who are truly offended about this stuff. You're no better. You're no fucking better. You know what? We almost done. Let's just get to the last 15 seconds. Really? That really? Damn, look how much yeah, I thought my hairline was gone. AVGN, he almost as old as I am. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you see this shit? You said, man, some of these dudes be getting buffed. Yo, it's crazy, man. And let me show y'all something else. Hold on. You want to see some of the most forced laughter? Look how he holding his hands up, bro. And since I don't make money from these videos, you can copyright strike me all you want, Tyrone. I don't fucking care. Let's go.
Wants to whip Bethesda's ass. Cause Stone.
Oh my god, yo, I used to like this guy, bro. I used to like him. But let's see him. This is my first time watching this with you guys.
Gold said so versus
Alright.
Babyface going off. Before I watch
So
this, you must know that I noticed it in the gameplay footage, and my immediate reaction was to laugh because I knew people were going to be pissed off.
shit is pathetic. The thing is this is what people do. You leech onto bullshit like this. You knew that you got you got a vocal minority that you trying to cater to. All right, let's just keep going.
People were going to be angry.
Oh
WWE
God, he's
pay-per-view too,
he's
right?
annoying me so much. I used to like him.
Backlash.
I used to like him so much.
So I'm gonna take a look at this, but I mean, it is what it is. It's just, you know, I mean, if a gamer, I mean, what's new about a gamer going off? No.
There is nothing I love more.
All right.
I just want to say something to you, Bethesda. Just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off.
Uh-oh.
Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself, think, oh my god, just think of this world, just think of all the planets I can visit, all the immersive things that I can get involved with, all the fights, all the relationships, all the people I meet, all the places I go.
Oh yeah, he said relationships. So I guess he was just wondering. I guess he was just thinking, that Fable didn't exist where you could have same sex relationships, or what's the game again that EA did? They did like three of them. Like what's the Western RPG? That's a shooter also. It escapes you right now. Somebody in the comment section help me out. What's the EA series of Western RPGs that they do? Like that's based in space. God, I know it. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Even that has same sex relationships in it. Somebody. I forgot. All right. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Let's
I'm
keep
so
going.
excited to go there. And you know, I love nothing more
There it comes.
than, with all
I
of
can
that
feel
laid
it.
out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every conceivable opportunity so you can horrendate us.
It's not that funny, Todd. Like, it's not that comical. I was laughing out of patheticness. That shit ain't that funny. Be honest with you. I had to get that out of my system because I only watched it once. I watched Gamester do a video on it. Bruh, it's not that funny. It's like once you get a chuckle out your system, it's not that funny. Mass Effect, yes. Mass Effect. Fable, Mass Effect has same sex relationships. I don't hear him complain about that game. But pronouns, the fuck? Are you serious?
Sorry, so you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Pronouns! Gender!
What? Yo, I'm sorry. That that what he's saying doesn't warrant that reaction. Tell me that's that funny. Somebody please tell me it's that funny. Someone.
Ambiguity! Current day California! Because that's all we.
Keep in mind, this man is a year older than I am. Keep in mind, this man is a year older than I am. And Hills versus Babyface is probably younger than I am. Ugh. Let's go.
No! Because we're boring! We're so boring!
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't watch this no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. This is just as cringe as I thought it would be. It's just as cringe as I thought it would be. Oh, oh God. See? That's just I ain't watching a lot of these videos, but look at them. Look at their thumbnails. Look at Geeks and Gamers, bullshit. Yellow Flash, bullshit. Ryan Canal, oh yeah, that's another one I forgot. This man right here that did the video, who took a video, who went to Universal Park or whatever it was, and he saw he took the statue, the video, the picture of the statue of Jebediah Springfield on the stepping on Bear's neck, saying, "Yo, it's George Floyd." Ryan Canal, that piece of shit. Remember him? Oh God. Anyway, it's a conservative approach testing the parking lot to. But I wanted to show you. Matter of fact, let me show you. Speaking of Review Tech USA, let me show you his editing. Whoever does editing for him are fucking stupid. Let me show you this shit. All right. Yeah, you gotta see the editing on this. Come on, get you. The editing alone on this is hilarious. Yo, just the editing alone is crazy though.
Pronouns. Give it a button.
Yo, the editing alone, right there at the beginning, him. Yo,
So Starfield is a game.
Pronouns.
I have played a few hours of it. I'm actually testing it on integrated graphics. Upcoming video. Make sure you stick around and sub to this channel to check that out, as it actually runs surprisingly well. I was shocked by that, but whatever. Not going on another tangent. So Starfield has been released, or there's early access, I should say. The official release date, if you're getting it on Game Pass
tomorrow,
or whatever the case may be, is September 6th, but if
tomorrow.
you bought it, you have early access. And there have been reactions to this game. My reaction is that it's another Bethesda game. If you love Bethesda, you're gonna love it. If you don't love Bethesda,
that's some of the. When I saw it yesterday, I said that's pretty fair. So that's why I'm kind of like I didn't buy the game because, like I told you earlier in the video on this live stream, I'm not a big Bethesda fan. So let's see.
you're not gonna like it. This isn't gonna change your opinion on that. So if you're a fan of Skyrim and other Oblivion, or
you blew it.
So if you're a fan of Skyrim,
you blew it.
So if you're a fan of Skyrim and other Elder Scrolls games, you're in luck. If you're not, I would say pass, but that's just me.
Pronouns.
But that's not what this video.
That's yo, I told you the editing is alone is worth the watch on this one. But the dude's having a fucking meltdown, and then every time he says a curse, his opponent, he just go, oh, like he edited it with a oh. Let's see if we get to that one. Let's see, hold on. Oh yeah, and this guy too. There's supposed to be some Dan Vask, supposed to be some sort of metal rocker talking about it.
Staining with ideological clown world BS. What should
this
be
guy,
first
you
and
see,
foremost an escape from
singing.
It. Back to Skyrim. Go back to Skyrim. Have fun there. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's right. If you don't like it, go back to another Bethesda game or just stop. People just make big deal over it, like over nothing. Let's see if I can get to it. And then his excuses, I paid for Skyrim 12 years ago because somebody said, back to Skyrim, aka the same company, just as artificial as not drinking Bud Light, but switching to a different beer literally owned by the same people. and somebody lofty pixel said I'm 20 hours in and I haven't seen a single woke thing in the game. Exactly my fucking point, because it's only at the character creation screen. Oh, let's see if we can get to yeah, this one here. She's in my thumbnail too. Something.
Then this happened, and she was devastated. Then this huge of a following. She need really make a man out of me. But then there is another right-wing grifter or right-wing grifter wannabe. She's
her
not
name.
Really, she doesn't really have that huge of a following. Nina Infinity.
She's in my thumbnail too.
Starfield.
And this woman is in cahoots with Young Ripper 59. That guy, Wolfman Black. Yeah, I don't fuck with him either. He another one. And he cannot take criticism about his Isom comic. The comic that was supposed to be not woke. And Isom is just like, he got upset, even listening to how him and Dick Masterson went left and right about it, because Dick Masterson had a lot of valid criticism towards his comic book. And I wasn't going to buy Isom anyway, because I'm not supporting him, number one. Number two, I figured once I started hearing people saying, yeah, the marketing was on point, he was hyping it up to be something, and then it just turns out to be, it ain't really that special. You just paid for the hype. He just Candace Owens your asses. So let's keep on going.
During a live stream, and
so annoyed. It's space. We don't need freaking pronouns in bio for space.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, pronouns.
Pronouns.
I don't know which order. If she was, I'm assuming it says 3, and she had to have posted this at 3:30 in the morning. Almost refunded my game when Starfield asked me for pronouns. I still might. I'm annoyed by it. Keep in mind.
These people are fucking pathetic, man. So pathetic. I can't believe people actually consume this. Like it's the gospel. I'm just bewildered by it. Let's try to get to. All right. I can understand this now. She said, update, I refunded. I had major issues with the frame rate and also issues where I would talk to an NPC character mouth move. I can hear the audio. Yes, that sounds about Bethesda to me. Bethesda. That sounds about Bethesda to me. But now she's faced with the whole thing of people saying, you're just fishing. You're just making up the excuse because of the whole, you got caught out there about making a big deal about the whole pronouns thing. If you would have just shut the fuck about that and people saw this, they would be like, yeah, that sounds about Bethesda. Now you just damage controlling.
But there's other reasons, of course, that she did it. I had major issues with the frame rate, which you knew the frame rate was going to be 30 FPS when it came out, at least on consoles. I checked her video. She was playing it on PC. How are you having issues on frame rate when I was getting very playable frame rates on integrated graphics and you at a 3060? But whatever, it's an excuse. She knows she seems bad and it seems ridiculous just to return it for the pronouns. So
anyway, let's see if we can get to him having a rant. Now listen to the editing. I want you guys to hear the editing that he's using, which is fucking hilarious. Fair use. This is all Review Tech USA stuff. This is not my stuff. Okay?
Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself, think, oh my god, just think of this world, just think of all the planets I can visit, all the immersive things that I can get involved with, all the fights, all the relationships, all the people I meet, all the places
listen to the editing. Let's just get there. I just want to let y'all know, like, it's coming.
I go. I'm so excited to go there. And you know, I love nothing more than, with all of that laid out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every conceivable opportunity so you can current dayers. Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Pronouns, gender ambiguity, current day California. Because that's all we.
I told you, yo, it's a fucking cloud, bro. Yo, yo, you taking a fucking cloud, yo. That's the part I really want to show you guys. Yo, he's a moron, bro. He's a moron. But see, this is what I was thinking about when I was laughing initially because you got to hear it with this.
No, because we're boring. We're so boring. We can't see past our own reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company. Pure immersion. We're having a good time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't. You can't. You can't. Anyway, that was about. Yeah, it's so many other people here, but I think I said what I needed to say about this whole situation with that you should know it's out there. The game comes out at midnight, and if you got Game Pass, like I've been waiting on to play it because you aren't sold on Western RPGs like I have been, like I'm not sold on them, then that's why I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm gonna give it a try on the PC with Game Pass, and I can actually continue going back and forth on my Series X. I'm gonna give it a shot. I kid you not. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna stream anything because frame rate issues and things of that nature. Unless I can get the settings optimal, how I'm working with, how the camera is coming. I have a PC, and um I have my laptop and my PC running to try to take these. This is why my stream's gotten a little bit smoother because my computer's not struggling to do everything. So I can stream from my laptop and I can game strictly from my PC. And I think that would be a good thing. But I don't know how it's going to run, honestly, because I've seen videos from Oh No, It's Alex, and he said it is a graphically demanding game. So this is why I'm kind of conflicted because he said he ran it on integrated graphics and it was running good, but Alex is saying something otherwise. I have to find out for myself. Okay? So that's the end of this whole thing with that. Yes, know these people out here doing what they doing, grifting as hard as they grift. But I'm gonna take me a shot of a post birthday shot of Tennessee apple bourbon or whiskey, whatever. Let's go. Uh Sláinte. So, you know me on this channel. I really don't talk much wrestling, right? But unless who here is a wrestling fan? If you're not watching live, put it in the comment section that you are or not, if you feel free to. But anyway, let's see. I don't know if you guys know, about this whole situation. He's been fired. If you know who CM Punk is, he's been fired from AEW. I mean, given the history of all the situation, I'm not going to even harp on the fact that he got fired. Well, he brought it on himself. My question, I mean, not my question, my whole problem I have is with the fan base, his stands. Now, his stands are something, they are a cult. And he comes out to Living Color's Cult of Personality song. He comes out to that song, and I can't help but I can't help but say that's the perfect song for him. This man does no wrong in his eyes of his fans. And all they could do is sit there and blame the people that he was involved with. So to bring you up to speed, it's like this. He returned to wrestling for AEW 2 years ago in 2021. People were happy to see him back after he walked out on WWE in 2014. Okay, 7 years gone. He came back, had some light matches. You could tell he was rusty as shit. And you see, that's another reason why I'm not sad he's gone, because he continues to be that same rust. He hasn't brought back anything that makes me feel like, you know what, this dude is hungry to be in his business again and do it. No, he's hungry to make money again, which I know a lot of them like to. But case in point, look at 50-year-old Edge. Adam Copeland came back about 3-4 years ago. That man has been wrestling, and he's in better shape than he was when he left at 40 years old, maybe. At 30, in his late 30s, he had to retire because of his neck. The man came back at 46 years old in better shape than he was when he left. And he continued to keep himself. He found a regimen that worked. His body is right. And you know, something is funny. Booker brought up something on his podcast saying, conferring, like actually make you think further of what Kevin Nash said about the whole situation with Punk. He said that he needs mental help. And I wouldn't be shocked if that's true. Any guy who can fly off the deep end about somebody saying something about them has issues. And my thing is, I say he got issues because this man built his whole reputation from dropping that that famous pipe bomb he did when he was signed to WWE over a decade ago. You've seen people inspired from Maxwell Jacob Friedman to many other people to get their promo skills up because of this man. But a man who's gone out there and said incendiary things can't take the fact that Luke Perry's 5'7", 170-pound son said, yes, I'm using broken glass, cry me a river about it. Which upset Punk because I don't know who leaked the story out, but shit is pathetic. See, I'm not talking like this is real what they doing. I'm not talking about in ring shit. I'm talking about the fact that I've covered 4 events for AEW. And you could tell something about the Collision event, the 4th event that I covered. You could tell how backstage, how some things just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. Certain people weren't there because they don't get along. I'm gonna run you down the line of what happened. Basically, all right. A year ago, CM Punk won back the title after they had a decent match against John Moxley. He won the title back from him, and he tore his tricep in that match. And that goes, and people say it's fake. Yeah, we know the outcomes and stuff, and we know the contact has been watered down. This is stunt fighting, people. The injuries are real. But anyway, he tore his tricep in that situation, Punk, and he decided to really go off about everything that pissed him off. These are your coworkers, man. And you know what his fan base says? Oh, yeah, well, he's right about it. He's angry. He's this, that, and the fourth. Let him be. No. you handle this shit professionally. Backstage, in the office, talk about it, get it out the neck. Don't be fighting in front of people. Hell, even when I was in environmental services, we got pulled to the side when I got into arguments with some of my coworkers. We got pulled to the side and talked to and reprimanded and warned, like on paper, warned about it. We did. You couldn't do that. And he sat there, and after this whole pay-per-view event, all out, he just verbally just laid into the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, uh, Colt Cabana, who used to be his friend, and you would throw they should be your best friends. So somebody bring up a valid point that he knows Scott Colt. He knows Scott Coltman's mother, and you would throw him under the bus saying, yeah, he shares a bank account with his mother and all this other stuff. Like, bro, you said some of the most egregious things, but people can't say shit to you. So back to this whole Jack Perry situation. Oh yeah, let me finish up that one before I get to Jack Perry. Now think about this. He said that and was like, anybody got a problem with anything I said, my door open, come see me. So the EVPs, the executive vice presidents, who happened to be the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, came and saw him. And all of a sudden, chair got thrown at one of the Young Bucks. He caught a chair to the face. Omega got bit on the arm by Ace Steel. It was just mass hysteria. Everybody got suspended. The Bucks, Omega, Punk, Ace Steel got fired. But they tried to work through this and brought back Punk because they were getting a Saturday show called Collision. And he was going to be like, the show was going to be centered around him more and him trying to put over people that he want to work with. Which means if you're cool with Omega and Matt and Nick Jackson, who are the Bucks, you weren't going to be on the show. If you ever said anything that called out his piss poor behavior, you weren't going to be on the show. And this is what happened. So Jack Perry, who used to go by Jungle Boy, he is the son of the late Luke Perry, got approval from the higher ups to use real glass in the spot. And he was like, you know what? If I get injured, it'd be something to write me off of TV because I already took vacation time out. So Punk was like, no, this is not happening. You ain't going to do this on my show. You want to do that? You can go to Wednesday and stay on Wednesday. Don't ever come over here. And I guess Jack Perry was like, who the fuck do you think you are? In his head. So the story was never mentioned, but somebody leaked it out and it made Jack Perry look bad. So during the All in Wembley Stadium 2 weeks ago almost, there was a spot. It was him and Taz's son Hook were doing some spots on the car and going through glass, like going through slamming each other into the glass. And I think Perry got a cut on his arm, and he looked into the camera and said, "That's right, real glass. Cry me a river about it." So after he puts over Hook and Hook gets back the FTW title, he goes backstage, and from what wrestling people, I guess people who were like part of the Wembley crew, like the way I'm part of RWJ BH, and I'm just there and I'm making sure there's medical coverage. I'm not affiliated with nobody at AW. I'm there to make sure they okay. So I'm watching, like there's somebody, like it could be an EMS worker, it could be just a regular food service or whoever worker who happened to be in the scene or security. And they saw Perry come through that curtain. And he, next thing you know, 6'2", 220-pound Phil Brooks punk gets up in his face and says, you got a problem or something? And he's like, yo, what's your problem? I said it to get Hill heat. Something like, he didn't say this, but I'm thinking to myself, this is something that he did when he was in his 20s to get Hill heat. Is blur the lines and incorporate some real world into that. And they started, and he assaulted Perry in sight of Tony Khan, who is the owner and CEO of AEW. And when he was yelling for Punk to let go of Perry from the guillotine chokehold, he lunged at Tony Khan, which he was held back by other people. Tony Khan is 5'5", 150 pounds, maybe. And only his fan base would be like, you know what? We need to just. His fan base was like, oh, he's exaggerating about feeling threatened about his life. You got people like Vince Russo who ran their mouth about that. Oh, well, Jim Cornette also. Well, it's the most exaggerated stuff. And Booker T brought up something that was very valid. And I'm looking at Tony Khan, this very mild-mannered, timid guy, curly hair, this short, small guy. He's smaller than I thought he was. When I saw him in person, I'm like, that's Tony Khan? Holy shit. And stuff. So he said he never felt in danger of any of his years being at live events and producing them for TNT and TBS for the last 4 years. He never felt in danger until that moment when he got lunged at by Phil Brooks. And people were trying to downplay it, saying, oh, he's just being a bitch. No, he ain't about that life. He's not about that life. And what world do we live in then you can lunge at your boss and threaten him physically with with where are we at where you can do that and you can still keep your job? Where they do that at? Let me ask you that. Anybody watching, can you lunge at your boss and threaten or just threaten your boss and then still keep your job? Don't you think if you don't keep your job, don't you think you will be suspended without pay for an indefinite amount of time? Don't you think that's the least, with the maximum being fired and terminated on the spot? It took them a week, but that's what happened. Because guess what? He was going to probably try to make it work. Even though he felt threatened that people were quote unquote saying, he was going to still continue to work with that guy because dollars and cents. But other people, I guess that video footage, because there is video footage, they saying is video footage everywhere in Wembley for security reasons. The only place they don't got it is the locker rooms and probably some of the bathrooms, maybe. That don't have it, they said. So I'm thinking that the other company executives and the people from like TBS and TNT or whatever, or Warner or whatever, saw the footage and they're like, yo, Tony, it's up to you. We not thinking you can keep him. Because Tony said it's my decision and my decision alone that to fire him. I'm thinking they was like, yo, we don't want him here. It's on you. What do you want to do? And he probably thought about it and like, all right, shit, this is on me. He threatened, he got 3 of my biggest talent who are my executive vice presidents. He got them not wanting to work with him. Well, Omega probably would have. But he got 3 of them not wanting to work with him or even bury the hatchet anytime soon. He done made an enemy of one of our youngest up and coming talents, Jack Perry. He done my head of talent relations. He had sent home because he was a friend of the said 3 EVPs. It's petty shit. You're a 44-year-old man. He about to be 45 in a few months. He's just a few months younger than I am. You got to behave better than that. That's why I don't feel sorry for him. But his fan base just, they just, this man could just say whatever the fuck he want. And if anybody else return fire, they're the problem. This is what ruins fandoms for me. Like, I have problem with Star Wars fandoms. I have problems with Game of Thrones fandoms. I mean, if it ain't the racism, it's the excessive whining and ownership over stuff that you can't control. Look at the whole situation now on Ahsoka with I forgot her name. She took a lightsaber round to the side flank and is still alive. And now people bitching complaining, how could she still be alive? But Qui-Gon, he took one straight through the middle that severed his spine and other organs near his heart. The fuck you think was gonna happen? Them things cauterize. You're more likely to survive a round to, you know what? So stupid. This is the thing I'm talking about. But my problem with a lot of these fan bases is just that they lack common sense. They think this shit is real. It's not real. I'm speaking on it as a man. You don't, there's just certain things as men you don't do as a human. You don't treat your coworkers like that. And people like you know, he like Kevin Nash, he has mental issues, and I'm inclined to believe that. But get help. Get fucking help. Work through your past family traumas. I'm sorry your dad was an alcoholic and your brother stole and was embezzling money out of your backyard wrestling business. I'm sorry that you don't have a great relationship with your sister. But what's the common factor of all of these things? He is, but he just bad family upbringing, but there's no excuse. The things didn't go very smooth initially with my mom and I. After, especially the way she reacted when my father died. I didn't take kindly to the fact that even though y'all two haven't been an item since I was a small infant, the fact that you just basically announced his death like it was nothing to me. Yeah. And then there was other things, but we worked through that stuff. Things are far, far better now because I realized this woman will never say sorry for her actions towards me, and the way she treats me is indication that she's trying to make up for something. She's just too proud to apologize. And I'm at this point like, fuck it, I'll take it. Your actions speak right now. But sometimes you gotta bury the hatchet and be like, yo, I'm sorry. I need some help. Something is wrong with me. You can't trust nobody. You fly off the deep end about the smallest things that you turned out to be doing yourself. He's the biggest fucking crybaby hypocrite I've seen. And it takes a special type of mental person to just think you could just get into UFC and be successful. You went 0 for 2. Got a cauliflower ear over that. You what kind of hubris man, the set he has. But anyway, let me get back to that. And you're right, Chris. You're like, you'll be fired or at least investigated. And they took them a couple of days to investigate. It wasn't no investigation. Tony Khan was there the whole time. And it happened right in there. He was yelling to Punk to let Perry go. Let him go. He got like a good 5 inches. He got like a good 5 inches and a good 50, 60 pounds over Jack Perry. And had him in a guillotine choke. He must have felt good because it's the only person you could ever fucking guillotine choke in your life because your UFC career was trash. And I'm not saying that to be vindictive, but you have a bully mentality, bro. Phil has a bully mentality. He's had one for quite some time. And it's everybody in regards to Punk have been quoting Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight. What's the expression that Harvey Knight said? Be the hero long enough to become the villain, something like that. What was that Harvey Dent said? Let's go here. Maybe it's the Dark Knight Harvey Dent. Let me see. This one. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That is what happened with him. This man had a reputation. His whole gimmick was the voice of the voiceless. And, that was his whole gimmick. But it was something that Hunter said, Triple H said, that just years later rings true. You all about change when you are the top guy. You have to be on top. It has to be his way to the highway, and this is the problem. You can't work like that with today's younger generation who didn't come up seeing your work or thinking that you're worth it. They can look at you. Today's younger generation can look at you and they look at what you do in front of them to impress them. What you done in the past, they don't know about. A lot of people look at me like, oh, damn, you 45? Oh shit, you were a kid back in the 90s? So? They don't care. Oh, you know this. They don't like you gotta show them by action. And when your actions aren't desirable, this is what happens. A lot of people backstage look at you because a lot of them study this sport and they look at what you contribute to this sport. But some people like, yo, this is like, what have you done for me lately? Oh, you want to work a match with me, but how much offense I'm gonna get in? Or is it all about you making you look good? I gotta dumb myself down for you because you can barely do a GTS move. You can barely keep up with me in the ring, old man. And that's what a lot of people have to look at with him. And I'm not saying that like I'm more athletic. That man, I can't wrestle, but I know how to enjoy watching wrestling. And I can see when something is smooth and when something is sloppy, because you see people who've been very good in ring. You can see them move and how they transition from one move to another. Some people do that, and it's also all about the person who is taking that offense, how they sell it. I watch people practice backstage, and I'm walking back there with my equipment back and forth. I'm walking through the bathroom. Uh, you can see somebody who's like, okay, we're gonna practice this. When I do this, we're gonna go for this sequence, and you're gonna block it and like that, and this, that, and the fourth. They give each other cues. It's all choreographed. It's great. I like that. You know, it was my own family, my own uncle. Like, oh, this shit is fake. You can't. Why you want to watch this still? Like when I was growing up, when he found out, I was like, I never really thought it was like, oh my god, it's the realest thing ever. No, it's like that was my hero. That person, Hogan, was my hero or something. Or I like Macho Man or this person like that and stuff like that. I never thought like, oh my god, it's real. Because when you slam somebody, you're gonna get fucking hurt. These guys basically that shit hurts. Those ropes, you gotta learn, you gotta get accustomed to getting whipped on the back. When that comes and you bounce into that rope, that hurts. That's all You have to toughen your body. I can't do this. I can't unless I've been trained. So I'm not taking anything away from the man's skill, but on the level of skill compared to a lot of other people who've been doing it the same amount of time he has, or longer, or hell, even shorter, he ain't that good. He's okay. He's always been mediocre at best. He just has a charisma. He's had a charisma, but once people get past the nostalgia blindness, you are left with an egomaniacal, narcissistic man who just have to be in control at all times. Otherwise, he doesn't trust you. You gotta kiss his ass. Otherwise, he doesn't trust you. And that is what basically happened with him. This is basically where we end up at. Ah, man. So moving on from this situation, I've never talked this long about wrestling because I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, I'm going to review it. But this is a real world situation. You basically got yourself fired for being a bully and an asshole. And I don't feel sorry for you. And a lot of people shouldn't either. But of course, people like Jim Cornette, who kisses this when I talk about cult and this punk can't do anything wrong, Jim Cornette, who used to work as, I think he was, what was he, Brother Love? I love you. Remember Brother Love? That's way before a lot of people's time here. Anyway. There's a lot of situation. Now, we got to sit here and listen to them possibly saying he's going back to WWE. Shit. Yeah, okay. And here go Vince Russo right here talking about it. But this is what happened. And people trying to say he's over exaggerated. This man is a small man. He's a businessman. He is not no big, roided up freak like Vince McMahon was.
To make one of the toughest decisions of my professional career. Today, I terminated Phil Brooks, CM Punk, for cause. This stems from a backstage incident at AEW All In last Sunday. The incident was regrettable, and it endangered people backstage. That includes the production staff, the people who help put the show on every week, innocent people who had nothing to do with it.
See?
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years. I've been producing them on this network for nearly 4 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt until last Sunday
but still,
that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show. I don't think anybody should feel that way at work. I don't think the people I work with should feel that way. And I had to make a very difficult choice today. It came at the recommendation of a discipline committee here in AEW, as well as outside legal counsel, who delivered a unanimous recommendation. And I had to make one of the toughest decisions of my professional.
See? That's what happened, basically. I know he had to read that. And then he also, before it went on the air, is footage of him talking live to the audience out there in Chicago, which is Punk's hometown. And they were born for a while. Then after a while, they started getting a little bit of cheering going on because a lot of people realized he's one of the most polarizing characters ever. A lot of people love him, but a lot of people fucking hate him for the very reasons I said, the egomaniacal narcissism shit that he does. People hate him because of that. People hate him because of that. And I don't give a damn if you're a wrestler. I don't give a damn if you're a police officer. I don't give a damn if you're an EMS worker like myself. You can't work like that around people. Hell, you just can't, especially in my field in policing. I can understand firefighters, they're dicks, but because they only put out fires. It's not like they going around interacting with people every day. See? All right, man. Oh man, look at Alex World. This man forehead so fucking big, bro. And he's one of this guy had that looked like Terrence Trent D'Arby. He's one of the biggest punk stands I've ever seen in my life. Somebody get the projector going so we can watch a movie on his forehead. Oh God. Oh shit. All right. But have you heard about this story right here? Have you heard about this? Oh look, my stream is here. Look at me. This woman here. She's of Somali descent. I forgot what part of the United States is this in. She got a brick in her face because guess what? Some guy asked for a phone number and she said no. Nobody deserves to get a brick in the face about that, but there's more to the story. Let's see what mediocre tutorial reviews have to say about it.
Was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start
Fair use. Fair use.
commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know.
The story that we have here today is so insane. It's so crazy, but it's a necessity that we go over it here today because not only does it include all of these hot button topics such as black women being the least protected.
Yeah, you know he was gonna go with that. You know, they always go with that. Why didn't the guys help her? And stuff. So here we go.
But also the story itself also proves that there's always more than what meets the eye. Ensure that you
Transformers.
take note of all of the themes and learnings throughout this video right here, but here are the main ones that I want you to grab a hold of as we proceed forward. The first one, hashtag believe all women, is absolutely fundamentally bullshit.
Bullshit.
The second,
I knew he was gonna fucking say that. Oh, now he's censoring it too? Because he used to like we all censor now because they be trying to the algorithm will shut your videos down. That's why nobody see my live streams, because I curse too much. If I did it for everybody, I'd be like Tyrone Magnus laughing. Fuck out of here. Let's go.
one, only certain types of women are worthy to be protected. And lastly, men today should only be held responsible to protect the women that they're accountable for.
That is damn true. Your sister, your mother, your daughter, your girlfriend, or your wife.
Without further ado,
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Oh, this gets good. Keep watching.
I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no.
And like I said, she didn't deserve that for saying no. But like I said, there's always more to it. Just keep going.
He picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick. And all these niggas is watching. And nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face and then they all just watch. And they let that nigga get in a corner.
Ah.
How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
Bravo. Great performance. And this is not me being misogynistic. I already know what's happening. You'll see.
now before we continue with this conversation, let me just make it abundantly clear that I do not condone violence, nor do I promote it anywhere on my platform. Take a look at all of my videos. I've never promoted it, unless it is a life or death situation or unless you are put in a position to defend yourself. And I especially don't condone bricking a bitch. Again, unless your life is on the line.
I had to say it like that. You censored bullshit, but you said bricking a bitch. All right. Let's go back. Fair use.
So if you physically harm somebody who you are not physically defending yourself from, then you deserve punishment. Full stop. But understandably, the internet went completely ablaze when this video went live, with conversations around how could anybody do this to this pure, young,
Somali,
beautiful young
big booties.
woman that obviously
Somali
did
girl.
nothing to cause
She got a big ass though. I'm sorry.
consternation before getting bricked, or why no one around her sought to help the poor, defenseless young black woman, and also conversations about the detriment of emotional ass men. But guys, hold on to the portion of the video where she says that I didn't do anything in order to deserve this.
Yes, exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. Like I said, you'll see. You'll see.
Hold on to that. We're going to actually review her reaction right after the incident happened.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face.
And you see, she's putting on this, she's trying to throw all these men under the bus for not helping her. But, like I said, she doesn't deserve to be assaulted, let alone, especially not bricked in the face. That could have been a fatal hit to the head if it went higher, just inches higher. Nobody deserves this shit at all. My thing is that you'll see. You'll see.
I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? What do y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man.
Then act like a goddamn woman. Act like a woman. You'll see what I'm talking about, y'all. This shit right there don't fly. Like, what you're gonna see what she did later on in the video, I think, because this is my first time seeing this, if he shows it, you will understand. If he don't show it, I'll explain to you guys.
Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face.
Now, guys, understand, right after I saw this video right here, that's when the alarm bell started to go off. Why? If you just got bricked, why is the first reaction
It's to pull out your phone.
Record
Thank you.
for the gram?
Thank
Shouldn't
you.
Your first reaction be to call for help?
Yes.
To call the cops?
Yep.
But as the hematoma is slowly growing on the side of your face, you decide to take out your phone, to take out your camera.
And that is super sus. That is sus. Not that we know the event happened. Guys there said, yes, it did happen, but we talking about it's sus when it comes to priorities.
And record all the people around you and shame them into why haven't you helped me in this situation? Completely odd behavior, but my spidey senses were tingling at that point because it begins to paint a picture that perhaps way more happened than what met the eye. Now, generally, this type of outlandish, why haven't you helped me type of behavior could come from a true portion and a true sense within her heart, but pay attention to the shaming language that she used as she said it. My mind immediately went towards that this is a woman that expects other men around her to defend her from her egregious behavior towards another man. It actually reminded me how Brittany Renner was popping off and throwing bottles at the former heavyweight boxing champion of the world while acting completely innocent through her bombastic and inappropriate behavior.
I meant to hit this nigga.
Wrong guy. See? Look at this.
Shut the fuck up. This right here is about to go. Let me tell you something.
Look, see this?
Shut up.
And y'all wonder why I'm single. Like I said to my cousin and his friends on the stream on IG, Brittany Renner, that woman is batshit insane, but she's got a body that's made for thunderous backshots, so people forgive her. This is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about.
When I'm fucking talking.
And if you see the woman who took the brick to the face, she thick in the ass. So they act like because they look a certain way and they got a body and dudes find them sexually attractive, they know somebody's gonna defend them. Cause some simp wanna get in them drawers. She met the wrong one, unfortunately, that day. And I'm not saying what happened to her should have happened, because it shouldn't have, but fuck around and find out. Fair use, continuing on.
No, seriously, yo, come on. Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I mean to hit that nigga. Because you sitting over here laughing.
Chill. Relax.
I ain't chilling.
And look.
Relax.
Because at the end of the day.
I'm sorry, look at Charleston White. See, this is why I don't like Charleston White. I know he's playing a character. He's trying to be the new age Dolomite and all this other stuff. And we know he's a married man, and we know he's more intelligent than what he put on to be. And he's very conservative in his views. But why you letting Brittany run and act like this? I know she drunk and shit, but still though. She's proving why she will never be no one's wife. And just to think all of this started over a meltdown because homie to her right asked her about PJ Washington, who was her baby father's new $50 million, damn near $50 million 3-year contract that she will not see any of. And all of a sudden she started getting mad.
It ain't your Hey, listen, I hear you.
That ain't cool, lady, for real. I'm not part of this.
Hey, listen, that's fine. But guess what? You protecting him is what it is. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not?
She hit the wrong nigga.
Hey, don't be sitting over there laughing. Let me tell you, I
This
ain't
shit
talking
is.
to you. I ain't talking to him right
This
here.
shit is.
I ain't talking about then Batman my shit then.
Chap, she cool.
Batman my shit.
See, this part I didn't see. You see how she running her fucking mouth? You see this? You see this, right? See, this is why I feel I should have, if I was famous, I would have a female bodyguard and a male bodyguard. Because the female bodyguard can handle work like this. I'm sorry, if I had a female bodyguard, I would be like, Brittany Renner would have been power drived. I'm like, make sure some of her head stick out under your thigh so it can hit the top of her forehead when you drop on it. Just power drives, doof. Or just straight power bombed her ass. I'm sorry. I'm wishing for another woman to harm you. Because I know better.
Apologies, champ.
Batman my shit.
I don't hit women, yo.
That all right? This shit's
Shady Briggs
fucking.
right here. Trip it out. We're good. We're good.
Apologies, champ.
At the end of the day, all right, I don't give a fuck you talking about lady. I don't care. At the end of the day, no.
Yo, she's so fucking disrespectful, man. She is so disrespectful, man. I didn't even see all of this. He put up more footage than I've seen before. All I saw was her, the initial part of it, and then her showing her ashy, the ash around her thighs while she was twerking on Charleston White. It's just, oh, God.
Nobody knows what I. What's up?
We family here.
What's up?
We family here.
What's up?
Champ, no.
I ain't talking about nothing. We ain't talking about nothing.
For you see, Brittany only acts this way because she's in a room protected by men. But forget Brittany for now. Let's dive back into the psychology of the brick.
Thank God.
I hope every black woman is kissing another black woman because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones. And the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess.
Yeah. Like LA Knight. Yeah. What do you think we supposed to? We're not here to clean up your mess. So you think we go to Dr. Umar Johnson school to do shit that he won't do? So we could be martyrs for him to talk about? The fuck out of here. Pan-African Pookie. Fuck.
Well, we protect everybody and we provide, baby, okay?
No.
So I hope you
This
catch
ain't-
a girl tonight, because I hope.
This isn't where I'm talking about when it shows why her actions and her behavior is problematic and why nobody came to her aid. It's not that video. That's just icing on the cake. It's actually more.
Hope I do. Ew. And don't forget, before there was feminism, it was lesbians who were living those lives without worried about niggas. Like they were not worried about.
Wow, she don't need our help. She don't need our help. Like I said, icing on the cake, right? Let's get back into this. Fair use.
About niggas. They were decentering men. So before there was feminism, there were lesbians. Hey, excuse me.
So men are not protectors, right? According to you. But your first response after getting bricked is to shame the men around.
What we were supposed? What she said? We were supposed to do our job, right, and protect her. right? But we ain't shit on video, right? But like I said, this is just icing on the cake. You're gonna see why a lot of guys didn't help her.
Around you for not protecting? Please help me understand this, because right now it just seems as though you're looking for attention. But in that video, she actually did say something correct that I wanted to highlight. Let's go over this Twitter comment that I think actually speaks to it. But she's right. Men only protect things they possess, just like the men in these replies are saying. They'll protect women they know, but not a random woman.
Bam.
Everything she said was true and proven in person and online. Before you get into tizzy, let me help you try to understand from a man's perspective, because I can hear all of the women screaming.
Look, a man, I'm gonna explain it in my words first before he says what he says, because I don't even know what he's gonna say. Because like I said, this is my first time watching this. A man puts himself to protect his women, be it mother, sister, daughter, girlfriend, or wife, aunt, any other female relatives. He's jeopardizing his life for his loved ones. He already has that is on his shoulders as is. And that's a lot to ask of him, and that's a lot of nobility that you see. But to think a man can just give that away to any woman he don't know, give that protection, and possibly risk his life, he can't do it for just a stranger. He can't. You can give up your pom pom to a stranger because you're reckless with it. Or you could sling something, some D at a hole that you don't know because you're reckless with it, but you still taking a serious risk of disease. This man could possibly lose his life. Cause say a guy jumped that homie who hit her with the brick, and next thing you know, he gets shot dead for a woman he didn't know. What is his wife at home gonna say? What is his mother gonna say? What is his sister gonna say? Especially when the people look up the shit that they've been looking up that you will see later on in this video, more than likely. Think about that. So let's see what he says about the whole situation. Continuing on, fair use. Fair use.
But a real man would step up to the plate. But a real man would, whatever the hell did y'all talk about in y'all echo chambers? You got to understand this about violence. Life is not a movie. Men don't operate and move.
That's right.
Like we're in a movie. Getting involved in random or domestic disputes is one of the most dangerous things that you can get involved with. You see, men understand the true consequences of battle, the true consequences of violence. Women romanticize about it, as if they expect, like in the movies, for the knight in shining armor to come and save the day. In this world, you have to assess the context of a situation and understand and prioritize how to protect yourself and your own family first. Because if something happens to me, then what's going to happen to my family? And in this world, you must conduct yourself in a way that's worthy of protection. And truth be told, mama, this ain't it. Now do the YouTube guy.
There we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. Let's see if he censors it out. But this is exactly showing you the type of person she is. And the guys who know her from around the way, who were there when this shit happened, this is why they didn't protect him. Look at how she is. They know this about her. This is her reputation. Miss Feminists don't need men.
Guidelines. I actually cannot review this video right here, but this is the young bricked lady in question. She walks up to a white gentleman and slaps him in the face, and then walks about 4 steps forward and begins to twerk. It's crazy how she talks about how a real man should act. Meanwhile, this is not how a real woman should act. This is some ratchet hood booger shit. Would he have been a real man if he defended himself from you slapping him? What do you say to all of the real men that walked by as you assaulted him?
I was one of the guys who was there that did
This
not
right
help
here.
her when she was getting.
Yeah, this is, yeah. She's of Somali descent, and so is he. This is how they handle women. So all the people who watch this, who are FBA, stand down, brothers. This ain't us. This ain't on us. This is how her native men treat her.
Hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble?
So you hear that? The guy that hit her with the brick. Now, I'm not saying he should have did it. I'm not saying that. But if she can slap this white man on video, which you can look up yourself and see, because I've seen it quite a few times, and start twerking, like she wasn't afraid, like she ain't give a fuck. You don't think she was taunting this dude that hit her? He just didn't know how to handle his emotions. I would have been like, bitch, and just walked off. Plain and simple. You don't give me a number? Fuck you, bitch. How many guys have said that? Or said it inside their head? But the only thing that came out their mouth was like, all right. You know how many times I've said, all right, but like, right after that, all right, in my head, I'm like, bitch. A lot of times. I ain't pick up no brick and throw at nobody. She ain't worth it. There's more women than men in this world, y'all.
Facts.
This woman, she is literally a troublemaker.
Yes.
Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not gonna risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble.
Never.
If you go on social
Hey,
media,
what's going on, Mr.
you
King
only
of
see
Games?
some of her antic videos.
Thanks for the support, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm gonna wait for Blue Beetle to come out on Max to watch it. Wasn't that interested, and the PlayStation Portal is nothing but a tethered device. It's not a standalone console, and you need to have all your games saved on it, and you only can play it when you're in a strong Wi-Fi area. So it ain't worth the $200 for me, especially since I don't play my consoles as much. But go on, let's get back into this. Fair use, fair use.
Counting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving her the attention that she was actually seeking for.
This is a woman that's looking for attention and use this kind of cultural narrative of black women are the least protected. Use this cultural narrative of the color purple, women walking around with their eyes hanging out of their eye socket because of all the violence that men commit.
Oh, come on. And let's not forget, in The Color Purple, Oprah Winfrey's character was fighting and assaulting men. She was giving it back just as good, and got hit in the head with a gun and be stopped. She got pistol whipped. And then her eye was googly for the whole rest of the movie. Because she like beating up men. She's beating up on Lou Harper. Oprah had a size advantage on Harper. She had a size advantage on Harper. When I realized that, Mr., who was played by Danny Glover, was just basically a white man in blackface, and because Alice Walker was a serious swirler and had a hated black men, I started looking at that movie like, I can never watch this bullshit again. Anyway, let's keep going on. Fair use, fair use.
On women. She used that cultural narrative to gain eyes on her social media platform, and you guys fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I took a look at Shade Room and all of them goddamn comments up there. All these angry ass women. She used you. She used you. Disappointed in you.
I don't regret not standing up for her. If you look at some of the videos, I was there. I don't regret nothing whatsoever. I don't regret standing up for her. I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm not saying that any men have a right to hit a woman, especially with a brick. Nobody deserves that.
True.
But at the end of the day, there's more to the story. She's
Yep.
not as innocent as she's trying to portray herself to be.
Mm-hmm.
She wants attention. She's an attention seeker woman. She's trying to go viral, and you guys have given her what she wanted. Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing.
And if he did it again,
he would.
And if that shit happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch. Because she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him to a point where he resulted in picking up a brick and hitting him.
And that's where he fucked up at. But you see, that's where he fucked up at. You don't, why? Why the brick? But she likes starting shit. And my thing is, I want to tell her, try that shit with that shit with another woman. Since you saying you so sexually liberated and you probably into girls too, try that shit with a woman. Yo, your ass would be sent to the upper room quicker than a guy would ever send you, because men know we are born suspects, especially men of any black descent. We are born suspects. So we the first one they're gonna look at. And the fact that the gender differential and the strength and stuff. We already know a guy in good shape versus a woman in good shape he's still stronger. We know that. But a woman on another woman, boy, she's like, oh, I can fuck you up and I ain't got to worry about getting extra charges because I'm a man. I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of you. She knew not to run her mouth like that to another woman. And it don't even have to be lesbian relationships. Women out here in the streets, women out here on these YouTube streets, women out here in these social media streets, they don't run their mouths to other women and disrespect other women the way they disrespect men, because they know other women ain't got no restrictions on whipping that ass. That simple. Once again, let's continue on. Fair use, fair use.
I don't condone that type of behavior, but once again, she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. I remember a while back, she's posting videos going around in public, literally smacking old white people in the face. For what?
Damn.
And now you get hit by a brick, now you want to cry wolf, and I don't care. You wanted trouble, you got trouble. That's why I'll still buy and watch. So don't, oh man, that whole situation got me upset.
Just as the brother said, I don't condone violence.
Exactly. Like that was out of line. For what homie did to it, the brick is out of line. But how can I say, knowing that he was out of line and he took it to a violent place, we all know that she was definitely verbally out of order. And she was by action out of order. And it's a slippery slope, because when you say, you can't say one without trying to seem like, oh, you just shaming the victim. No, it's fucked up that she's a victim. But these are the games we play. Fair use, continuing on.
But there's always three sides to every story. What are the behaviors that you
Her side,
are
his
partaking
side,
in?
and
What are
the
the
truth.
locations that you are partaking in? What are the actions? What are the characteristics within those actions that you are eliciting that is resulting in an intended or unintended outcome? All of those things determine you being accountable.
You're a white man and I'm a black woman. I have less.
I can't play this video. Y'all heard the beginning of it.
Oh shit,
This
that's
is
her. She
after
slapped
she
him.
actually slaps the guy.
What? Whoa, I didn't see this video. I heard my man, the Somali brother, mention it. She actually slapped. Woo! Woo! Boy. Woo! And somebody said in the comment section that I was making this up on the report. I want to find that comment section and really lay into their monkey ass. And of course, there's another female who say some shit like that because they always protect one another. That's why women get away with the shit they get away with more than you think.
And he's wincing in pain. But again, more info to understand the type of person that she is in the likelihood of believing her story whatsoever. At this point, can we put into question that a guy tried to get her number at all? And the cherry on top of all of this, after she was defended by literally tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of women, is she even like y'all?
But I'm really talking to like cis women because like it's giving y'all.
Wait, hold up, bitch! You stole trans girls' look. Wait, hold up. So she likes trans women? I'm confused
Real
here.
jealous. Like y'all real jealous because they can, will, and have pulled your ninja. All the trans girls ever did was teach y'all how to wear makeup because yes, the makeup you wear today is trans makeup.
This woman's all over the fucking place.
They teach y'all how to do y'all hair. They got y'all hair together. And like, what do y'all think those BBL bodies are? Because them legs, hips, and butts.
Just real quick. All right, guys, I told you before about if you look into a young lady's bio on Instagram and it has this she, her, him shit. Also take note, any woman that says cis, gender, cis, male, cis, those are also the ops as well. But Brick Baby right over here apparently don't even like y'all as well. Apparently, trans women created... I can't even go over this content no more. This is so ridiculous to me. It actually makes me question, is she a biologically born male? Is she a Decepticon now as well? But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We legitimately have a woke, unaccountable...
Bro, stop using woke like that. That's not what woke means, bro. Come on, MCR. You an intelligent man with an MBA, bro. You know, and you're a black man. You know that's not what woke means. Stop it. Stop.
victim blaming moron.
That's my problem I had with Jay the Black. You know? I think I'm done with this video here. You've just seen enough of it. I am done with this one here. And let me work on this one down here. Now, I'm gonna make up another filter down here. But you saw it right there, man. Right in front of your eyes in 3D. So today I talked about 3 subjects. I talked about pronouns and the Starfield situation and just the patheticness around people's overreactions. I talked about CM Punk and how anybody should just get fired for just acting a fool like he did. And then I talked about this situation with Brick Baby, like MCR called it. I think I'm done. I'm gonna be out. So I'm gonna go get a little bit of bike ride in while it's almost 6 o'clock, and I'm gonna come back and take care of the dogs and eat. Anyway, it's been good. Thank you for watching. If you watch this on the replay, just drop a comment or so. It's your boy Fury. I'm here, and now I'm out, y'all. Peace.